It's been a few days, the better half of a week, since Typhoon Hurricane Odette, or whatever you want to call it, ripped through the Philippines. It flew right over Cebu City, which is where Mildred lives. She survived, but it was very scary. And she was trying her best to talk to me when she could. The place she was in was not hurricane proof, so she was quite terrified of something terrible happening. She survived without a scratch. The building, although it felt like it could have fallen apart at any second, survived. There was a fire in the building next to her that was addressed before it could spread, but they don't have power, so she doesn't have all that much charge for her phone to talk to me. She's able to find some places to charge her phone here and there. She grew up in the province, so she's used to kind of roughing it, but she's spent the last couple decades in the city. It was kind of funny. She wrote a song about how she was nostalgic for the provincial life. It's a really nice and cute song. And and I brought that up to her, like, oh yeah, you were talking nostalgic about that. She was like, it doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel the same indeed when you're in the city and your family's not around. Food is scarce. There are huge lines for things like money, food, water. Water, for those people who don't live in the Philippines or live in a place with more long-standing infrastructure, the water from the faucet wasn't drinkable directly. You always had to get bottled water in order to drink. So now it's even more scarce. Businesses are like corporations are still open because they have generators or stuff like that, which is so people still have to go to work, even if their house has been destroyed, even if family members have died, they still go to work. So she sent me a few videos of the things that she's going through. The death toll is in the hundreds now. Surviving the storm is one ordeal. It's a huge deal, and it's a very dangerous thing to survive. Surviving the aftermath is a whole different thing. I know she's smart, and so she knows how to survive and get by on water and take care of herself and live without air conditioning and all the rest of that stuff. So she could be fine with that. It's the other people that I'm worried about. Also, I'm worried about something coming up, an illness, an injury, or some other natural disaster happening, and it just not being, or no one being able to handle it. Anyway, the last information we had was that powers might be restored within a week. Just keep her in your thoughts. Keep all of the Philippines in your thoughts. And those who have lost loved ones, and those who were seriously injured, and those who lost their homes and are now facing having to start over. It's a big deal. Yeah. Thanks.